My name is Femi Colioso and I'm in Ezra Collective. So this is day 3 of 3 and we're making our next album. At this point recording, I don't really have the name. Something along the lines of like dance like no one's watching. Something, that's the message anyway. It'll be something along them lines. But yeah, we're here, we've been writing, we spent some time in another studio writing the record. And over the last summer, if you like, we've just been playing these songs live and playing them in sound checks, refining. And then we just came here to just put it all onto one hard drive. And then hopefully sometime next year, everyone will have it on a vinyl and be really proud of it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're up to right now. I must have been about 18 years old and I was playing the drums in a club in Dalston called Servants Jazz Quarters. And this guy, at the end of it, I was just with a piano trio, just playing jazz, 3 45-minute sets, get your £60, keep it moving. That was my life. Someone came up to me afterwards, oh, you sound sick. Do you want to record a band or anything? I was like, oh yeah, he was like, I work at a studio, just let me know and I'll record your band. I was like, all right, sick, I've got this band. And I told the boys, yo, some guy told me that he can get us into a studio. And that's all he said to me, I can get you into a studio. He didn't tell me whatever. And so I emailed him and he actually replied and he was like, yeah, come to this address at midnight on this day. I was like, cool. And he's like, bring your instruments. We've got 2 hours. So just play with the song. So I was like, say nothing. Told all the man them, went in my car, drove to the place. And when we got there, we saw the zebra crossing with everyone trying to take photos or whatever. We were like, this is Abbey Road Studios, fam. And so I then thought, this guy's just had me on, fam, and just got me to get here. Anyway, go to the front door. Someone asked, open the door. They were like, yeah, we're expecting you. Come through. And we set up our instruments in a circle right here and just in that night banged it out. And that's when we recorded Chapter 7. And then we were just like, all right, sick. We just recorded at Abbey Road, fam. The first ever thing we've ever recorded. And then got it mixed by the guy who recorded us. One of my bedrooms in church was he knows how to master. I was like, say nothing, £100, got it mastered. And then that was it existed. Put it on CD, sold all the CDs, and then we could afford vinyl from the CD sales and made 300 records out of it. And that's Chapter 7. Until this day, we still play Chapter 7 on almost every headline show we do. Then we snuck in again because of the same brother and did Juan Pablo the Philosopher. And then Abbey Road found out that what we'd done, because I did something bad, dumb, went on Radio 6 and I was like, yeah, we recorded at Abbey Road. They were like, we don't see that in our invoices and that, do you know what I mean? But they were like, apparently we supported Ezra Collective, but they had no idea because we just snuck in the middle of the night and got it going. So then, but this isn't snuck in, we fully emailed ahead of time and said, we're coming on this day in August, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the story of recording in Abbey Road. So this is round 3, and it feels good. I still can't believe we're here. There's a beauty of pressure sometimes, where it's you're in this amazing place. I'm not going to be here again for a while. Get it right now, do you know what I'm saying? You don't quite have the same thing in your room, do you know what I'm saying? So it's I still have this kind of urgency to just bang it out right now, which I had in Chapter 7 and Juan Pablo. So yeah, that's exciting as well. But yeah, then there's some massive differences where there's an imposter syndrome that came with the first times we played here. Whereas there isn't that now. Everyone's walking around they own the building, and that's rightly so, do you know what I'm saying? So, balance. So yeah, man, everyone's here and all our friends are here. I think this is the first album process that I've gone through with Ezra Collective where since we began the band, I dreamt of recording in this kind of way. Bag of people everywhere. That's what I like. I'm a people person. The music's written for people. I'm not two people in a booth in the middle of the night. I'm more of someone walking around the studio. This person's picking this up. Oh, there's my cousin upstairs. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm that vibe. And all my bedrooms are here. The horn section's made up of people I've known for years, fam. And stuff, do you know what I'm saying? So this is it's exciting. This is a dream come true, but that dream is because of the people that are here. I think what's kind of made young people like jazz is just seeing young people represented in jazz. That is so powerful. That's how representation works. The moment you see it's possible, you like it more. This is why there's a disconnect with the Grand National horse racing and young black boys from Peckham. Disconnect is there's no young black boy from Peckham in that horse race. Once there is, it will suddenly renew interest. There's a lot more black young people watching Formula One because Lewis Hamilton looks just a little bit more like us than anyone else before him. And not even just on a black level, just even on a youth level, like young people, jazz was, for me, when I started, I associated it with like a lot older people. And then when you see like Nubaya wailing, it just looks different, and then suddenly it's like, oh man, it's possible. Previously, rock music's done this so well. They'd have like teenagers just rocking out. Football has done this the best out of everything. You could see a 16-year-old and be like, wow, it's possible. So it's nice to have jazz music doing it at the same time, and then you just see it replicated in the people that think it's for them. That's all it is, I think. I would love to see that happen beyond jazz music. I'd love to see it happen in, it's great seeing camera crews look different now. But it had to start with someone making it look possible. And, even fashion industries looking ever so slightly different. Like you read like Vogue or Hypebeast and it's like, rah, Clint looks like us a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, rah, Cisse, Places Plus Faces. He looks like us. He's grown up like us. And then it's like, oh, I could do fashion too because they can. So I'm an advocate for diversity in everything, fam, because it just makes, at the end of the day, it makes things better. We were just about to start a world tour. Then the world collapsed when we were in New Zealand. Came home, took a long break from Ezra. Just like, I was on lockdown, I was just playing FIFA like everyone else. And then I've eventually, I was part of the 2-week crew. I thought lockdown would be done in 2 weeks. I was like, alright, cool. Week 4, like, well, I'll go on. So then it's like, alright, cool, I better stop playing FIFA and do something, innit? Let's make another record. So it's very much a celebration of like celebrating where we are right now, where I'm meant to be. It was that I'm meant to be here right now. There's a reason for this lockdown. Beyond what they might be telling you on TV, I need to find a reason for myself, like why I can't go on tour and work. Maybe there's a calling for me to do something where I am right now in North London. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what that was, innit? It was very much celebrating the still. And that's the creative process. It was sat in a studio in Wood Green, just making music out of the memories we had. Where I'm meant to be was a celebration of being still. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the creative process. And I'm honoured by the nomination. I think nominations, I've been saying this a lot, they're like Christmas presents. If you get a great Christmas present, you're grateful, you're thankful. It's an amazing moment. But at the same time, if my mum doesn't give me a Christmas present this year, I'm not going to be vexed. There's a lot more to life than Christmas presents. Similarly, like, I'm so grateful for the Mercury nomination. I'm most grateful because it's such a beautiful thing we can all share. From yourself, you, Jeremy, Marco, we all put into that record. From every musician, from Emily, Neo, Koji, Sampa, from every bit, every picture that was taken, every video that was shot, every moment of like genius that's come from, every email that was sent. This Mercury nomination feels like a celebration of all of that. But at the same time, we didn't need the Mercury nomination to feel proud of that record. We were proud a long time before they emailed us. Do you know what I'm saying? So just finding that balance. It's next, from the time we're speaking now, that Mercury Prize thing is next week. This time next week, actually. This exact time next week, we'll be in the thick of that. And we'll just enjoy it, do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a celebration of everyone that was involved. And we'll celebrate this album, whether it gets nominated for everything in the world or not a single nomination. There'll be a celebration about this process, do you know what I'm saying? And that's that, really.